And good morning. Hope you all had a great weekend. Let's roll that ball up and down. And sideways across the knuckles. And on the thumb pad. And the pad of the pinky. A little close up while I adjust the camera a little bit. And right in the middle of the palm. And let's take it in one hand and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Other hand. Back to the first. And then the other one again. Good morning down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think it's a bounce day. Into the side and shoot. And let's drop the ball on the ground. That's how our feet are feeling. Ankles, knees, hips, keep it all in mind. See how it changes after we press in the ball 3 times. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, Bill. Move it up to the knuckles. Press down once going across. Scoot it across the knuckles. Bring it down to the top of the heel and pivot on the toes. Place the ball just below the first knuckle and press down. Slide it down a little bit to the side of the top of the heel and press down, and then over to the middle of the 5th metatarsal and press down. Roll it down the bones. Put it in the middle of the foot and wiggle the toes. Move it up to the crease between the knuckles and the toes and scrunch the toes into the ball. And let go. Scrunch again. And let go. And then try to separate your toes with the ball back in the middle of the foot. And wiggle them one more time. And scribble. Three, two, one, reassess. And move the ball to the other foot, pressing down. Up to the knuckles. Slide it across. Down to the top of the heel and sliding it across. Pressing down underneath the first knuckle. Sliding it down a bit. Metatarsal. Sliding it down the bones. bringing it to the center of the foot and wiggling the toes. Bring it up to the crease between the knuckles and the toes, and holy smokes, what do we have here? Squeezing, something's gone crazy. All right. And we're back at the toes. Where were we? All right, so let's try to separate the toes. And then scrunch them into the ball again.
I know that, Marlene. I know that.
Bill, I think you got to mute yourself there. And then bring it back to the middle of the foot and wiggle. And scribble.
Just doing something else I can take care of maybe later.
And reassess. And let's shake the tree. Shaking the tree. While I make some adjustments here. All right. And centering. 2 breaths. Twist at the waist, swing the arms. And center with some motion wave breathing. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine, stepping out and gathering in starline. Centering and go to the other side. Center. And it's Monday. Start marching in place or jogging. So today I'm going to use the chair to go over some familiar exercises, but just show you how you can use the chair to help yourself with them, to modify things like, well, we've done sit-ups, lunges and squats before, but we'll do it again. Push-ups, some side bends, calf raises. Just a little other tool in the toolbox. And then we're going to do some MiniBands in the after class. We'll do those sitting down too. For now, do whatever you want to get that heart going. In preparation for all that sitting. I think I will do some side jacks in 5. Be safe, whatever you do, even if you do nothing, except what you're doing now. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 15, 16, 17, 23, 24, 25. And deep breath. And another. Interlace the fingers. Raise the hands up overhead. Pushing up. And back if you can. Back to center, bend to one side. And then the other. Come back to center, bring it down slowly. Press out at the chest, separate the scapula. Bring it down. And behind the back, interlacing the fingers and bringing it up and squeezing the scapula together. A little higher. Back down and shrug. Rolling the shoulders back. And forward. Extending the arms and rotating. And the other direction. Thumbs are up and down, up and down, up and down. Extending one arm across the body and pressing at the elbow. And then the other. Behind the back and pressing down. And then the other. Extend the arm, fingers up and press. Pull back on the fingers as they're facing up. And then point them down and pull again. Flop the wrist. Wiggle the fingers. Make a fist. Wiggle. Fist. Other hand. Pull it back. Point it down. and flopped. We'll rotate the neck. And go to the other direction. Nod. Ear to shoulder, both sides. Tuck in the chin. Turn to one side. Drop the chin to the collarbone. Then look up. Center again, make sure that chin is still tucked in, and turn to the other side. Chin to the collarbone. And then looking up. Let's go into a side lunge to stretch the inner thigh. Other way. Turn and stretch the back calf, pressing down on the heel. Turn the other way. Come back to center, tuck the chin into the chest. Slowly hinge at the waist. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Go down. Keep the spine neutral. Ooh, knees are not locked, but they're not bent. You're stretching the hamstring. Hold. And then come slowly back up. And grab a stick. Stick behind us and rotate at the waist. Moving into a step if you want, or not. And then bring the stick out front and swing it back and forth. Go to one side. And then the other. Bring it in front and paddle the kayak. Reverse directions. Bring it in front to the chest and flop the wrists. And extend the arms down. And then up overhead and down. Bring it up to the chest and reverse the position of the palms so the palms are facing up and flop. Bring it down. And up. I'm going to put it behind the back again and do some knee raises. Again, just go as high as feels safe for you. And then some rotations, same caution. I'll bring the stick up in front to one side and squeeze down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Swing it back. And then bring it to the other side. Squeeze down. And swing it back. 2. And 7. Okay, let's put the stick down and grab a chair or go to a chair. And again, the main purpose of chair exercises is to get ourselves thinking that the chair is not just something to sit in. It is something that we can use for exercise. So one of these, when you're sitting for a long time, might be something you want to do to break up the monotony, to get the blood flowing, to gather strength or flexibility or balance. So obviously, as we always start, the most basic squat is just sitting back and getting up. And you can do that, in 10 or 12 repetitions and 1 or 2 sets on your way to watching the nightly news or something. Or you can do it by just sitting down and getting right up, or just touching the top of the chair. So that's what I'm going to do. Do one of those 2, and let's do 12 reps. Let's say I'm on 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, so that's the squat. Now we're going to do a couple of different types of lunges. I know sometimes it's a little difficult, even with holding the pole, to do a lunge. So you can use a chair, and you can use it in any number of ways. So we'll start by holding on with both hands to the back, and going back with the chair in front of us. I'm going to just do 5 on each side, like this. That's 5. And then, if you can only go a little bit, that's good too. It'll get better. 3. Better to start with the modification and then work up. And 5. You can also do it standing on one side with one hand. And let's do 5 more that way. Again, only going down as far as you feel comfortable, but if you can get that knee to just above the ground, that's optimal. And I'll do the other leg. Five. And you can do these going forward too. I'll just do 2 on each side. Now, if that is still too difficult, you can do it on a chair by sitting down, putting one leg in front of you, the other leg in back. Maybe I should do it sideways. One leg in front, one leg behind, and just press down into the floor. And you'll feel your muscles contracting. So it's more of an isometric lunge, but it's better than just sitting there. So you'd hold for, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 seconds, and then let go. And then you do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10, and let go. And then we'll go to the other side. Let's do 2 over there. 1, pressing down with both feet. 2, 8, 9, 10, and let go. And press down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excuse me. And if you want to progress this a little bit, you can add a side bend. Just bring your hand up overhead and lean to one side as you're pressing. 2, 10. Let's go back and stretch the other side. And pressing down and stretching to the side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Good. Lunge, lunge. Oh, calf raises. All right, so we didn't do calf raises before, you'll notice, and I'm going to combine 2 things here. It's a different type of calf raise, and it's good for the balance. So go heel to toe, and if you're able to do this without holding on to anything, that's great for balance. But a good way to get into it is by holding on the back of the chair. And we'll do 10 with 1 foot in front, 2, holding for about a second on each raise, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then switch the feet. 1. And of course, you could hold it longer too. If you want to hold it for 3 seconds, that's great. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then finally, the progression that we've talked about on push-ups. You start on the wall, or you can do a chair, back of the chair. The higher the seat back, the easier it is. 2, 3, 4. Just make sure that this the chair is solid on the ground or against the wall. It's not going to slip out from under you. 7. I'm going to do 10. Do as many as you feel comfortable doing. 8, 9, and 10. And that's it. Just another way to use the chair. Of course, we do some seated core exercises. We do some chair yoga. Just start thinking about the fact that just because you're sitting down doesn't mean you have to be inactive. All right. Shaking the hands, rubbing them together. I'm forming a chivo. And letting it move us. Centering. 2 breaths. And we'll open our hearts. Pausing. And exhaling. And spreading it out. Two breaths. And bring it down, heavenly chi. Heading down, gathering it up from the earth. Oh, namaste.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome, Marlene. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Good day, Tom.
All right, Nina, you too.
Thanks much.
All right, Don, take care. As I mentioned, I thought we'd do some resistance bands again in the chair just to emphasize the fact that the chair can be used for many things. So let me switch that camera back to number one again, I think. Grab a couple of bands. And, oh yes. So let's start with the legs today, contrary to what we usually do. And you might want to use a heavier band and put it around both legs, right above the knees. And separate the legs so you got some tension. And we just do some clamshells by, you can do both legs at the same time in either direction. 1, 2, 3. Holding at the end for about a second. 6, let's do 12. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then let's move the band down to the ankles. And I'm going to extend the feet and separate. 1, 2, 3. You're going to be feeling this a little bit more in your thighs. 6, 7, but also the hips again. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and a little bit on the calves. And you can leave that there if you want. We're going to do a couple with the lighter band, I think, for the upper body. We'll do some bicep curls by just putting your hand over the bottom of the band on one knee and coming up. 1, 2, 3. 10, 11, and 12, and then the other side. Ten, 11, 12, and we're going to do some rows. So wrap the band around the sole of the foot and pull up. You want to keep your forearm right by your rib cage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On these last 4, rotate your elbow out when you get back, like so. Come back in. 9, 10, getting the rotator cuff in there. 11, 12. And then switch to the other foot. And back. 1, 2, 11, and 12. And I forgot to do the elbow on that, but we'll do it next time. All right, let's go back to the legs. And we'll run through everything in the same order that we did. Bring the band up to above your knees. And separate your legs till there's some tension. And then pull your knees apart. 3, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Down to the ankles. Bend the legs. You might want to hold on to the bottom of the chair as you pull out. 2 or not. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, we're done with the legs, so I'm going to take the band off. Do some bicep curls again. Place place it on top of your knee, palm down, holding it. Same side. Do your curl. 9, 10, and 12. Other side. And 11, and 12, and finally, rows across the body. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna bring my elbow out, rotate my elbow, and bring it back in. 4 times on that side. I'll move to the other side. And we'll rotate the elbow 8 times on this side since we didn't do it the first time. At least I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rotating. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and that's it. Okay. And that's all the sitting I'm going to do today.
Thank you, Tom. See
You're
you
welcome.
tomorrow. Thank
Okay,
you.
great. Suzanne, have a good one.
You too.
Okay.
Take care, T. It's pouring rain here.
Oh, beautiful day here.
Yeah, so be prepared.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.
All righty.
I'm going to send you an email too.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, Richard, take care. Have a good day. If Jock, Ava, Joel. Till tomorrow.